Alright, howdy, Professor Alvarez. Back here again. In presentation 3. Um, so my topic was, my audience here again. It's just my dad here today. I don't know where my sister is. She's out doing something. Obviously not here. So the topic that I chose was social media. And I think that was in discussion. It's the most recent one. I think it was discussion 12. I really liked it. I thought it was very, I found it very intriguing and had a lot of cool information that I didn't know. I learned a lot. I feel like it applies. Like I could relate back to it in today's time. Like I see a lot of the stuff going on in today's society. So, on the articles you gave us, the first one was talking about there was 5 people, or like they took a survey over people who use Facebook, and they categorized those people into having 5 main personality traits. They were extrovertism, neuroticism, openness, and agreeableness, and conscientious. Yeah, and when I was reading through it, I found that when people feel insecure, they start posting stuff about their relationship and or relationship status and everything, and also that people who have a low self-esteem and stuff, they don't post that much because they don't want all that attention, which makes sense because if you're self-conscious and have a low self-esteem, you don't want to, because social media is very judgmental, and they don't want to put themselves out there where people can criticize them and whatnot. But whenever they do post, most times they post stuff about their fitness or goals that they achieved to show society or their community that they're working on their overall image and or appearance or whatever. That article is very good. The next one was talking about how relationships and how they express themselves through their relationship through social media. And there was 2 forms of ways that couples or people in relationships show that they're in a relationship kind of. There's 2 methods. One was called direct guarding, and then public signals. Direct guarding is basically making sure the partner or whoever you're in a relationship with is only dedicated to you, and he's not, or he or she is not pursuing someone else or looking for someone else. So a couple of those examples of direct guarding would be going through their phone, maybe see who they're calling, see who they're texting, maybe looking at their emails and just keeping just going through and make sure that everything matches it. The second thing is public signals, which this is more the social media aspect. It's where couples will post pictures together on social media to show that they're in a relationship and their status is taken and whatnot, to show people that they're in a relationship. That article is very, very cool. I could relate a lot to it. The next one was talking about how popularity on social media and whatnot deflects or relates to your relationships and whatnot, because popularity, it's probably the biggest thing or one of the biggest things in a relationship, because, or not a direct relationship, but with your friends and everything, because it determines on how many people you hang out with and what types of people. So someone who's might not very popular might not hang out with a lot of people, and it goes either way. Someone who's popular, they hang out with a lot of people, so they're gonna have to be exposed to more people to make better relationships. Not better, but more relationships. And there's different groups of people based on popularity. So those are the articles, and I chose this article or social media because it was very, I could relate to it a lot. I see a lot of stuff going on talked about in these articles and like the research that I did on social media, like today in society, like I think it's very evident in like going out through society. So some of the articles that I found on social media was talking about like how it directly affects you like as a person, and so it's talking about like the good and bad factors of social media. Um, One of the good things about social media is it's it increases communication like across cultures and everyone because first of all like you can call someone across the world uh, in a second. Back in the day you couldn't do that because we didn't have the technology and stuff, so it helps interconnect everyone and all different types of people, cultures all over the world. Also another good thing is it helps form relationships. So and going back on talking to people all over, you get to meet new people, talk to new people all over, so you can make friends and form relationships. And say you live in Texas, you can talk to someone in Washington or wherever in the United States and become friends with them because we have that access of social media. And then some of the bad factors on social media is, which I think are very true, low attention span. I think this is true because when you're on your phone, you're concentrated on just on that, and say you stop on your phone, and like people who are addicted to their phone or social media or whatnot will get distracted and they'll go do something else, and then like they'll want to go back to their phone, whatever they're doing. Like they just want to get that task done to go back to the phone. Another bad thing is like you get sleep deprived. I think I personally see this. This affects me. I know sometimes I'll sit on my phone for 30 minutes or whatever, even though I should be doing something else and making it happen. And I should be going to bed rather than on my phone. So that is definitely true. Also, like another bad thing is like you have low self-esteem. Definitely, I think this is very true because on social media, say for like Instagram or Snapchat, there's people out there, like a lot of people compare themselves to others on social media. They're like, oh, I wish I looked like that, or she's so skinny or whatever. Like, you know, people compare themselves to other people, and it might lower their self-esteem and whatnot. Also, like another bad thing is the poor academic status, or your grades might not be as well because you might spend more time on other things like on your phone. You might be scrolling through Facebook or whatnot. This is more than, I guess this goes for both ways for adults and kids, but more in like students because they're more focused on their phone than on homework and stuff. And to prevent some of these bad habits is kind of self-explanatory. Spend less time on social media, go out and interact with other people out on the outside, and whatnot. And then the other article I found was talk about how social media, like some of the effects that social media has on like your brain and whatnot. And it was really cool. I was reading on it, and like actually people who are really intimate into their phone and stuff, it releases like a chemical in your brain called dopamine. It's like the pleasure chemical in your brain, and this is very evident in heavy social media users because whenever you're talking about yourself, your brain releases dopamine, and 80% of online conversations is talking about the individual or themselves, and only about 20% of the conversation is like real life, face to face. So like if me and my dad were talking, we're usually talking about each other and not the individual ourselves. So that's only 20% of the time on face to face contact is talking about yourself, and 80% is talking about yourself online. The last one article was like I wanted to know like intensive negative effects of social media, which I already named a couple of these, like loss of sleep, and the one thing that really stood out to me was called phantom vibration. I was not aware of this, but it's basically where So like when you get a notification on your phone, and then you're so used to that vibration or that sound, like you'll look over and you'll pick up your phone or whatever, and not and it won't actually be a notification. It's like built into your brain. Anyway, so I talked about why I picked this article, social media, and then I talked about the articles that you gave us and the articles that I found. All right, Professor Alves, thank you. Have a great day. Here's my dad. He's back here again. He's hanging out.